In Silverpine's coastal cemetery, locals whisper about a lantern appearing near the graves. Not from anyone, but a forgotten lighthouse keeper returning to the dead stone rows. I was driving my usual Sunday route edge of town toward the abandoned lighthouse when I passed the cemetery gates at dusk. The air shimmered with coastal fog. I slowed to see a figure holding a flickering lantern, walking down a row of gravestones. Pause. Would you stop to help him? As I parked and approached the figure, the lantern light swayed, but his form remained. Still, wearing an old keeper's coat, he bent over one grave, then looked up, his eyes hollow, distant. I asked, "Are you okay?" No answer. He pointed to an unmarked stone. I looked down, etched mere hours ago, my father's name, Jenkins. With today's date, would you walk away? Or open that grave? As I searched my father's burial records, I discovered he died 30 years ago, and his body lies elsewhere. The keeper vanished. The grave is empty. To this day, I feel a chill when I drive past that gate. And sometimes, I think I see him standing guard by my father's plot. Comment if you'd investigate or simply run.
In 1922, the lighthouse bell that once guided ships was moved into the cemetery, but they say it never stopped ringing. My grandma, the cemetery caretaker, swore she heard exactly 15 bell tolls on foggy nights with no keeper or storm in sight, then silence. Would you stay to hear what comes next? One morning, she found fresh footprints by the bell inside the mausoleum, but no one was there, and yet, each foggy night, the bell tolled again. Legend says a brother and sister lost in a shipwreck were buried under that bell. They told it to guide lost souls home. Would you ring the bell yourself? Curious, I rang it once. 3 tolls, 2 silhouettes, moved behind the mausoleum. Then 15 slow tolls began. Without me touching the rope, I never touched that bell again. But the tolling, it still echoes through the fog on storm-filled nights. Have you heard a bell ring with no storm? Drop a comment.
Fog can trap the living and bring back the dead. A traveler's late-night stop between cemetery and lighthouse proved that. I was lost in Silverpine fog, struggling to find the path. Near the cemetery, I saw a small figure carrying a lantern, a young boy no older than 10, wet and shivering. Would you stop to help or call for help? I offered to lead him out, but when I turned the car around, he had vanished. On the seat remained a small, muddy toy boat. I followed footprints to a neglected child's grave. Samuel Reed, drowned, 1955. Beside it lay the toy boat. My heart froze. Would you leave it there, or take it with you? Night after night, the boat appeared on my porch, and the fog grew thicker. Once, I heard soft humming a lullaby from inside the cemetery. I returned to place the boat back on the grave. Next morning, the headstone was cracked, leaning into the fog. Would you leave it in your home, or finally bury it somewhere else?
3 tales where sea, stone, and spirits meet. The next time fog rolls in or the bell rings. Remember, some crossings aren't meant for the living. If these stories chilled you to the bone, hit like now. Comment which haunted tale unsettled you most. And if you've ever faced something you couldn't explain, subscribe for more dark crossings of Silverpine and beyond. Your next story could be waiting in the fog.